20,000 years ago, human beings in scattered tribes struggled to survive. Large animals roamed the planet, and the Ice Age was at its fullest glacial flow. Technology in the form of primitive tools, civilization through language, and a global warming which thawed the glaciers gave human society a chance to expand. 20,000 years later, ironically, global warming is one of several threats to the planetary ecology. Along with a level of wealth and productivity unrivaled in human history, we've extracted and exploited natural resources, often with little thought for their renewal. What kind of world will we leave for our children?
On a September day in the fall of 1989, with the great oil spill by the Exxon Valdez still fresh in people's minds, the leaders of a new coalition offered a challenge and an invitation to corporate America.
The Ceres project was founded on the belief that considering financial profits alone when investing in savings for our future can blind us to social and environmental costs that may in fact rob us of our ability to have a future. Nowhere is this concept more graphically illustrated than in our environment. We need a new accounting. We need to measure profits by the dictionary definition, which is the sum remaining after all costs, direct or indirect, are deducted from the income of a business. We need a new value. Invest to sustain the earth as you would have the earth sustain you. Globally, regionally, and locally, our planet has suffered incredible damage from the acts of man. Corporations and investors must be less concerned about 3 months' earnings reports and more concerned about the business environment 3 decades into the future.
The environment of our planet is in a condition of crisis. We've worked very hard to elect at the state, at the local, and the national level environmentalists into office. We've lobbied the legislative branch for strong laws. We've pounded on the executive branch for tough enforcement. And we've gone to court when the other 2 branches have failed in their responsibilities. This strategy has produced some striking successes. It has also produced some disturbing failures. In many important areas, global warming, ozone depletion, rainforest destruction, ocean pollution, urban decay, toxic wastes, in all of these, the world is in far worse shape today than it was 20 years ago. Environmentalists now are determined to supplement our political activities with an economic dimension. We are enlisting in the fight for a sustainable world not just as voters and as citizens, but as investors, as consumers, and as employees.
We come together as citizens, as men and women who are concerned about our future and the future of our children and the future of our planet. But we come together especially to educate corporate America to its self-interest in preserving and protecting and promoting the environment. So today is an historic occasion. It takes the movement to preserve the environment to another plane. Beyond the political, beyond the socially activist, to the economic. What we will be seeking to do will be first to educate companies, then to mobilize investors, to reach out to them, to use, for example, shareholder initiatives, proxy meetings, as a means for promoting corporate protection of the environment, all because, although short-sighted corporate management might not understand that it is in its self-interest, it is clearly in the long-term interest of a company. We want companies to understand that, and we want owners of companies to impel managers to understand that.
Every corporation should take this seriously. Why not? These are important. These values are important. We want the country to run on this. We want the corporations to run on this.
So this, in many ways, is the beginning of a new period within those organizations that are focused on the environment. Because collectively, we can indeed change the face of the planet, and indeed we have no choice.
As we came together and brainstormed put together, the reporting need and the environmental mission or vision statement became the 10 principles that were announced in 1989 as the Valdez Principles.
As I have come to know this world from the moment of my birth until the day my life has done, I'll pledge allegiance to the earth. I'll pledge allegiance to the earth.
We'd like to welcome the international folks who come from all the way from India, Philippines, and of course...
A decade after the initial press conference, Ceres is a remarkable coalition of practical activists representing the environmental concerns of tens of millions of Americans, principled investors with $1/3 of $1 trillion stake in the economy, working with more than 50 thoughtful corporations. This is the story of how they are redefining the potential for a worldwide environmental crisis which once seemed inevitably confrontational and possibly terminal.